see that she's a little bit cool this morning. But this animal's about 13 feet.
Well, it's an exciting time for us. You may or may not have heard, this is a Python Challenge. We've put this thing together just to give the average hunter and the average citizen an opportunity to go out there and participate in an actual python hunt. We're excited about this opportunity because it's obviously gathering a lot of attention, and we want to get the message out of how important it is for people to be responsible pet owners and not to release non-native species out into the wild. It's going to be a profitable thing. The person that brings in the most pythons will get $1,500. The person that brings in the largest python will earn $1,000. So it's a fun, exciting time for us, and we're very excited about this whole thing.
We're not here to rescue pythons, we're here to kill pythons. I'm going to bring my hawk out, which has been trained to stoop on pythons to see if extra set of eyes, hawk eyes, can help us locate some snakes.
And she perceives me tailing her as a negative thing, so she's going to come over and look. But if you look, what's she doing? She's not attacking me, right? She's keeping her distance. And it's probably going to take a little bit of frustration for her to decide that it requires a little more active form of defense. So her defense is going to be to get to the water, to get into the brush, someplace where I can't catch her. It's beautiful, and it sticks out when she's laying on the green grass, but if she's in a sawgrass prairie or in some non-native cane grass, she'll pretty much disappear even in a small amount of cover. The first thing we try to tell people to do is see how the animal responds to what you do. You know, and she's content to try and get away, but like I said, she's a little bit cool. So she's content to try and just escape. But she's going to change her mind in a little bit as she warms up. Now she's hissing a little bit, but you see, if I move closer to her head, it's going to elicit a stronger response, right? Because her head is pretty big. But what we do is we teach them to get the animals into a flight mode, and then we can get behind them, tap their head, and grab them. That's relatively humane, and even with a big animal like this, you're going to try to defend yourself still. The first 80% is putting your hands on an animal this size. For a lot of people, that's a big hurdle to overcome. So you don't want the animal to wrap around your torso.
And what do you do if it wraps around your torso?
Don't let it in the first place. We have big brains. We have big brains. See, I can just step right out of it, right? Keep your wits about you. That's one of the most important things. If something bad is going wrong, stop and think about what you're doing. We can if the animal turned around and tried to wrap around me, I can get it off and try to recapture it.
So is there a weak point, like grab it around that?
We use tools.
Okay. What if you're toolless?
Why would you go out in the woods toolless if you're looking for snakes? That'd be the first question. So, and see, now she's more defensive, right? She is not appreciating these attention that I'm giving her. And this is at the point at which it becomes more dangerous because you have your hands on a big animal.
I've been catching pythons for a couple of years. Love to go out and catch them. I'm trying to help our ecosystem a little bit by removing Burmese pythons. Try and do it as humanely as possible. It's not the python's fault that they're here. We do have quite a few of them out there. They're starting to eat our mammal population quite a bit.
But she's cooler than she would be. This is a lot of mass to heat up. She's incredibly powerful. And you hear her, she's starting to warm up now, and she's a little less. Yeah, but that's normal.
The way I'm going to do it is grab him behind the head, take my large hunting knife, and sink it through his brain, yes.